here. We got another battle report for you today. Today we're playing 2,000 points, and we ended up rolling the Relic and Dawn of War Deployment, which for those of you who are not familiar with, it's the old pitch battle, so 12 inches in from the board edge. Alright, so I've got my Tyranids today against Mark's Blood Angels, and he ended up rolling to go first. So, Mark,
howdy.
Tell me about your list.
Today,
take the camera.
Sure.
Show everybody.
Alright, here's the battlefield. I have this autocannon, last cannon Predator. I have this black squad of 10 jumpers with dual melta guns and a power sword with a priest attached. I have this 10 jumpers with my librarian attached, and it has a flamer and melta gun. The sergeant has a fist with melta bombs for some reason. And then on this squad I have 10 jumpers who are missing their backpacks. But they have a priest as well, but they're double flamer. And then I have a Bale Predator with heavy bolters, twin-link autocannons. And then in reserve I have my Storm Raven with twin-link assault cannon, multi-melta, 5-man squad of Vanguard vets with 2 melta bombs, 1 power sword on the sergeant, and a thunderhammer. And then a Counts has Bale Predator with heavy bolter sponsons. And then my Furioso with the frag cannon, heavy flamer, and coming in a drop pod.
Alright, and for me, over here we've got my I'm running a really different list than I normally do. So I'm going to give this one a shot, see what happens. I got a Turbogon as usual as a troops choice. I've got a Swarm Lord with only 1 Hive Guard, Tyrant Guard this time. I got another Turbogon over here, also as a troops choice. Behind them is one of the Gaunt Tacs. Then in reserve, I've got a Trigon Prime over here. I've got my Hive Tyrant, Flying Hive Tyrant with 2 Twin-Link Devours. I've got 2 Carnifexes inside my set Explorers. I've also got a squad of 15 double gaunts also inside of my set Explorer. Alright, so it is about to start on turn 1. Let's see if I can steal the initiative. Here we go. I do not. That's an epic fail. Alright, Mark, so go ahead and go on with your turn 1.
Thanks. Alright.
I have the Blu-ray.
Alright, Mark's turn 1. First thing that happened was the Dreadnought dropped down over here. Almost scattered off the board, real close. Ended up shooting at the Gaunts over here, killing 6 of them. Over here, the jump packs just all moved forward and ended up running over here and running over here. Bale Predator over there shot at the Turbogon over here, ended up putting a single wound on it. Sorry, that was the normal Predator. The Bale Predator over here shot at this Turbogon, ended up putting 3 wounds on it. Alright, and now on to my turn 1. Alright guys, on my turn, Swarm Lord cast Feel No Pain, or Endurance on that one over there. He also cast Iron on himself, went up to Strength and Toughness 9. This one over here cast Warp Speed on himself. It was kind of pointless because it was a it was a challenge, but we'll get into that in a minute. And basically the Turbogon and the Gaunts ended up charging this squad over here. After Gaunts that I had spawned. This one over here, same thing occurred. This Turbogon spawned Gaunts, and both of them charged over here. In this combat, ended up tying 3 casualties apiece. Over here, Mark ended up winning like 4-1 or something crazy. I don't know, 5-1. Yeah. I don't know, something. Doesn't matter. Fearless. And then over here, the Swarm Lord attempted to charge over here, but came up like 2 inches short. And just moved some Gaunts back over here. And now on to Mark's turn 2. Alright, on Mark's turn 2, the Storm Raven and his other outflanking Bale Predator did not come in, but the Vanguards did. They dropped right about here, ended up charging the Turbogon through heroic intervention over here. The Bale Predator over here and the regular Predator over here shot at Swarm Lord, taking out one of the Hive Guards and putting 2 wounds on Swarm Lord. The Dreadnought over here shot over here, took out the rest of the Gaunts. So the Vanguards over here charged in, ended up putting 2 additional wounds on the Turbogon, and this squad over here took out the Gaunts over here. And in this combat over here, that squad that was back there jumped through here, Didn't take any damage from dangerous terrain, and ended up charging the turbo gun over here, and the power fist in there ended up putting 2 additional wounds on the turbo gun. And then over here, the super gaunts over here made a ton of armor saves. That'll never ever happen again. Bring them only down to 2. All right, so on to my turn 2.
Actually, there should be 6 for that and 1 for the track right next to it there.
All right, guys, on my turn 2, ended up having both Carnifex and their spore pods coming in. This Carnifex dropped over here, was literally like millimeters from falling off the table, and ended up shooting and blowing up the predator over here. This one came down here and helped in with the gaunts over here and that spot in that spore pod to end out wrecking this predator over here. And this over here, this Turbogon pooped out 4 gaunts, and in combat lost, and then ended up taking out his gaunts that he had pooped out. And on this one over here, it pooped out 13 gaunts over here. They ended up charging into this combat, only doing 3 wounds, but this is just a big mess over here. Swarm Lord over here charged into the Dreadnought, took him out, and the Turbogon didn't, I mean not Turbogon, the Trigon didn't come in. Way to go, guys. So, on to Mark's turn 3. Alright guys, that was pretty brutal for me. On Mark's turn, he ended out taking out the gaunts that were over here. And then the Storm Raven came in, blew the flying Hive Tyrant out of the sky. Then over here in this combat, the Turbogon finally died. And then in combination with explosions and just attacks, ended up taking out the other 2 squads of gaunts. So I am literally out of troops choices now. So now it's on my turn to see if I can win by secondary objectives. And this will be bottom of 3, by the way. So, yeah, pretty bloody.
Lots happening.
Alright, on my turn 3, the Trigon did deep strike in over here. Ended up doing a wound to that squad over there. The Spore Pods pretty much shot at what they could, didn't do anything to the Storm Raven. The Carnifex over here and the Carnifex over here ended up opening fire over here and did quite a few wounds, but they passed the morale check. And then over here, the Stormlord intended to charge. Roll a 4, failed to charge. And on to Mark's turn 4.
Yes, it would have been good.
Alright, on top of turn 4 on Mark's turn, his guys that were over here jumped back over here, and the Bale Predator and the Storm Raven opened up onto the Trigon, only putting 2 wounds on him. The priest that was in the black squad joined this squad over here, and they just moved over here kind of out of the way, avoiding Swarmlord. These 2 guys just moved up here, shot at him, didn't do anything. And that was it for his turn. So on to my turn 4. Alright. On my turn, ended up casting Enfeeble on this squad over here. And Swarmlord cast Feel No Pain on himself as well. And basically, I removed this over here and this squad over here. These guys over here shot at this squad, but they're fearless because of the Red Thirst, so they didn't run away. But I'm taking that squad down slowly, and like an idiot, I forgot to charge over there, so we're going to do that one real quick. So let's go ahead and see if I actually make it. 3d6, 1, 4, and a 1. So guess what we're going to do because of fleet?
Wow.
I literally just rolled the same thing. Hold on. Are we within 2 inches, though? Yes, we are. Alright, so I still go in there. I will smash, so I'll have 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Reroll because it's Sighting Talons. That one doesn't do anything. Alright, so Strength 10 into Armor 10, right? Auto pin. Armor 12 all around. Thank you. Here we go. So I got 1 pin and 2 pins and 1 glance. And there's the explosion right there.
Yep.
Yay. That's what you get for hovering your Storm Raven.
Yeah, it sounded like a good idea.
Sounded like a good idea. Okay. All right. So now on to your turn.
The extra 2 would have got it.
All right, Mark's turn was just pretty small. He just kind of moved his guys around, moved these guys over here, and ran. These guys also just kind of moved from here to here and ran to kind of spread out a little bit. The Bell Predator did open up onto the Trigon and put an additional 2 more wounds on him. All right, so on to bottom of turn 5 for me. Holy crap! All right, my turn was kind of brutal. Over here, that Spore Pod is making up its points because he took out the last 2 remaining Vanguard vets.
Ouch.
Then the Trigon and the Carnifex over here opened up on these guys, but they did pass the morale check. This squad over here, yeah, I know it's not there, was shot at by the Carnifex and Swarmlord from a hemorrhage, and then Swarmlord charged in and killed all of them in one fell swoop. And so now it is the end of my turn 5. Mark, would you like to roll to see what happens into this game?
Here we go.
It is a 5, so we'll continue on. You have 2 units. Make them count. Alright, so I went ahead and did Mark's, and then went ahead and did my turn. On Mark's turn, he ended out shooting with the Bell Predator at the Trigon and taking him out. The Assault Squad moved over here, tried to get the Relic, but he couldn't really get that far. My turn, I just opened up on everything on that squad and took it out. And so now it is on to see what happens at the end of the game. Rolling for it. And game's over. Good job, Mark. All right, so what do you think of your list? I actually thought it was a pretty good list. I just think with a little more practice, this could be really scary.
This is only my 3rd game with this list, and my first game in like years since Tyranids, like edition changes. So what I think I need to do is not hover the Storm Raven.
Okay.
But it was a good bait. I need to be not as aggressive against the other aggressive armies. I tried to go for a bait on that charge, but I didn't expect you to actually bite when you went for the bait. And so even putting in cover and everything didn't help. But I did.
Tyranids bite, but they bite back.
Yeah. And otherwise, and the Vanguards did exactly what I wanted against high toughness stuff. The one thing I was really upset about is the Bale Predator not coming in until turn 3. I should have started that on the board because I needed those shots. Otherwise, I think that's about all I could do against 50 wounds in monstrous creatures.
Alright, so that was it. No one got the Relic. Relic is still sitting in the middle. Nobody even touched it. We basically killed each other's troops. Then it went down to secondary objectives, and I ended up winning on that one because I did get Slay the Warlord and I did get Line Breaker, but you did get First Blood. So, alright guys, and that is the end of the battlefield. So, go to our website, theheroic28s.com. Check out all the information that we have. Check out our podcast as well. If you have any questions that you need to, ask us, ask away at theheroic28s@gmail.com. And make sure you check out our next episode, which will be part 1 of the Blood Angels review. And Mark himself will actually be sitting in for it.
Yeah, flame me in the comments, please.
So, thanks again for watching, and see you later.